Alright, so this is a demonstration of my Lab 6 final submission for CSE 3541. This is a simulation of Conway's Game of Life, which is a rule-based simulation that uses the concept of live cells represented in green and dead cells. There's a number of rules that govern Conway's Game of Life. So cells can die by under or overpopulation, as well as can reproduce based on the number of cells around them. So a set of common sort of patterns have emerged from this, which is detailed on this Wikipedia page here about Conway's Game of Life. And so I'll use this to demonstrate that my simulation is accurate here. So just make note of this beacon, these blinkers, some of these simple still lifes here, as well as some of the spaceships. And I'll show those off sort of as we go here. So the simulation I created is reactive based on a JSON file that gets loaded. So it loads in a size of the array as well as a big array of a size of the simulation, sorry, and then an array which is that number squared of the actual tiles. I made an easy way to generate this, which I'll show later on, but I just want to demonstrate the core functionality for now. So let's run this with the 10 by 10 grid. Oh, must not have applied that. Got carried away. Let's actually start with a 20 by 20. So put the 20 by 20 grid in. We will save this and run it. And so we'll note some of the common still lifes up here, as well as some of the common oscillators working to the sort of spec, if you will. And then I'll bring back up the 100 by 100 simulation I was previously running. So you'll see there's some still lifes and oscillators down here. There's some small spaceships moving around, some large spaceships up here, as well as some large oscillators up in this top corner. It's actually pretty interesting to watch this because sometimes some of these life forms will hit the edge and they'll actually turn into other oscillators, or other different common forms. So if we wait till this one hits the wall, I believe it actually turns into this state right here. So once it hits the wall, oh, it was this one. I must have mixed them around. But yeah, you'll see it kind of turns into it. I think this actually ends up fizzling out eventually due to one of the states, but yeah. And then I'll show a 150 by 150 grid. Yeah. This has a bunch of the large oscillators, and then I don't know if you caught it or not, but it starts out up top with some text that says CSE 3541 is fun. Yeah. So that's sort of the working simulation. The next part of this might want to be redacted for grading or something like that. But I built a nice little web tool, which I'll link in my report, which makes a really nice way to generate these JSON files. You can sort of click these cells and download it. But yeah, we can check out the JSON it uses. So it grabs the size here, and then this. So if the grader wants to use this to play with the simulation, generate a couple of their own, they can set the size, click on some cells, and generate some JSON. But other than that, that's going to wrap up my demonstration. Thanks for watching.